Have you ever wondered if you need therapy or if self help is enough? With so much information out there, it can be hard to tell these days. In this video, we'll break down the key differences, the pros and cons, and how to decide which is best for you. Stick around until the end for a quick quiz to decide. Alright, self help. What is it exactly? So, self help is about using personal development strategies, books, podcasts, courses, things like that, to improve your mental well being. Some common self help methods would be, like I said, books. Some examples would be Atomic Habits and The Power of Now. Those are two books that are on my list to read. Journaling, meditation, and mindfulness. I preach a lot about that. I actually have a product in my shop. Put that in the description. Productivity strategies and self reflection exercises. So, the pros of self help, we have affordable or even free. I have quite a few things in my shop, which again is linked in the description, that has some fairly affordable things for self help, such as a prompt journal, a Notion board just to keep things organized. I feel like that's a form of self help, is just keeping yourself on track and organized. That's one for me anyway. I also have a gratitude freebie. I really like that one. I'll link the page for that as well. All right, back to the pros of self help. We have self paced, no external pressure. Do it on your own time whenever you feel you want to or need to or have time to, because life is pretty busy and crazy these days for everybody. And the last pro is it can be empowering and proactive. It kind of puts you in charge of your life rather than depending on somebody else for advice for how you should be doing things. And I feel like for me personally, doing it yourself, you kind of have that motivation to keep doing it because nobody's going to tell you to do it. A lot of people may not work like that. I didn't used to work like that, but I am thankfully able to now. All right, the cons of self help. That's a lack of professional guidance. Sometimes you think you're fixing things and they're good, but they may not be the way you should be helping yourself because, your mind and everything, that all goes back to science. There are specific ways to help specific things, and can't expect everybody to know everything about everything. It can be overwhelming. You can get too much advice and you can have analysis paralysis where you just look at all of these different things that everybody, myself included, is telling you to do or suggesting, and you just aren't sure where to go next because it's all such different but good advice. It may not be enough for deeper mental health struggles. Like, I've been diagnosed with quite a few different things. I'll link the video where I post about my mental health journey up here in the corner. So yeah, you may need some extra guidance for specific mental illnesses and things like that. All right, therapy. This involves working with a licensed professional to address emotional, psychological, or behavioral challenges. There's different types of therapy, such as CBT or DBT, which is cognitive behavioral therapy, and dialectical behavioral therapy. You have talk therapy. This one I haven't tried, but I've heard very good things about. It's EMDR for trauma, which is eye movement desensitization and reprocessing. I would like to look into that in the future if possible. And then you have couples marriage and family therapy. Some pros of therapy are it's tailored support from an expert. You have clear guidelines of what you should be doing and what you can work on. And, a lot of therapy these days focuses on what you're really good at and what you are doing well. So that's also something good to look at. It helps deep rooted emotional struggles. So this would be like from childhood or maybe a traumatic experience and, different things like that. Provides accountability and structured guidance. Kind of goes back to the first one. You have specific guidelines from a professional that's tailored for you and what you're going through and what you could improve on and what you're already doing well at. And it's just somebody extra there to be like, yeah, you're doing the right thing, you're on the right path, or to talk through specific things with. Cons of therapy, it can be expensive, but there are things like sliding scale payments. Every office has a different criteria. I'm currently looking for a psychiatrist for my medicine that has sliding scale, so I will get back to y'all when I learn more about that. But there are different options. I know Medicaid covers different people in the area. I've worked doing ABA and gotten paid through Medicaid, so I know that there are options out there, but not everybody has the opportunity to use Medicaid. Another con, it requires commitment and effort. You have to be there every week, 2 weeks, monthly, 3 months, however you plan it for yourself. You really have to do your homework in between sessions, I guess you could say. And you just have to, constantly be on a schedule of doing these different things. The very last one is finding the right therapist takes time. I think I'm on my 13th or 14th therapist I've ever had in my life. And that's over the last 10, 12 years. So definitely takes time finding the right therapist. I'm currently doing the therapy route of this. I love my therapist. We've met a couple different times, and she is great and really listens and understands me without judgment. And I feel like she understands and can relate to a lot of things that I'm saying, which makes her able to give me better advice. We do a combination of like talk therapy and DBT, the dialectical behavioral therapy. That takes a lot of effort, and you have to really want it to work for it to work, which I did not understand that, back 9, 10 years ago when I first started it. So I'm excited to get back into it and really put forth some effort. So, self help is better if you're looking to improve your habits, productivity, or general well being. You feel mostly okay but want to enhance personal growth. You like learning on your own and can hold yourself accountable. Therapy is better if you're struggling with anxiety, depression, trauma, or intense emotions. You feel stuck despite trying self help methods, or you need external support and a safe space to talk. All right, time for the little quiz part that I promised in the very beginning. Ask yourself, am I feeling stuck despite trying self help methods? Number 2, do I need professional guidance? And number 3, do I feel safe enough to take on this journey by myself? So, if you answered yes to most of those questions, I would definitely say try the therapy route if it's available to you. I know a lot of workplaces offer it now, just a free therapy once or twice a month, whether you have the insurance through them or any insurance at all or not. So, yeah, let me know in the comments if this helped clarify things for you. Both self help and therapy have their place, and the best choice depends on where you are in your journey. If you're interested in self help, check out my guided meditation playlist. If you think therapy might be for you, I've linked some resources in the description. Comment below. Are you more team self help or therapy? Let's talk about it. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more mental wellness content.